guys, it's Harleywood. This is kind of a hard video for me to do. I'm just going to get right to it. I cheated. And I thought my relationship would last longer, but it didn't. I cheated on my cut jack. This knife is amazing. For $43, I still don't think you can beat it. If you haven't seen the video on this, I'll post a link in the description below. But I kept it in the family. I went with her sexier sister. This is the steel wheel Modus. And I've said it in every steel wheel video that I do. Whoever's designing their blades, spot on. The aesthetic of these blades is just phenomenal. And I saw this at Blade Show 2017, and I just knew I had to get it. And they said it wasn't going to come out until September. As soon as it did, I got one. There are a couple different versions of this. This one is the one with the M390 steel. So it's a stainless steel, quite a bit more expensive than the D2 that this cut jack has. Now the cut jack also comes in M390. This is $43. This is $175. You can get this same exact knife with the D2 steel, and I believe it's about $50, $53, somewhere in there. Go to Steel Wheel's website to check it out. The only problem with the D2 steel is you're going to have to stay on top of it a little bit. You can see, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. I don't even know if it's going to pick it up. Yeah, right there you can kind of see, right there, just a little bit of pitting. And it's nothing that I can't get out, but you will have to stay on top of a D2 steel a little bit more than a stainless steel. Let's go over some of the specs of this knife. So I already mentioned the steel is an M390 stainless steel. Get you a little bit of a close-up of that blade profiling there. This is the one with the G10 scales and kind of the OD green spacer there. They also are releasing a carbon fiber scale version with some different color options for the spacer there. I don't think that comes out till the end of year though, and so be on the lookout for that. And that one may cost a little bit more, I'm not sure yet. And this one has something that I really like. The ball bearings are much, much better. One of the things I mentioned on the cut jack was you can see there, you really have to put some pop on it to get this thing to flip all the way out. Okay, and once you get used to it, it's not a big deal, but every once in a while you forget and you kind of just hit it like you would some other knives and it fails to fully deploy. Alright, with this one you are not going to have that problem. You just barely flip it, and I don't call it an assisted open, but it definitely gets out there and locks up with no problem. Very little effort. And part of the reason, I think, see that little tiny dimple in there? It's just a little tiny bubble. There you go, you can see it right there. So when you move the liner out of the way, the lock, you can see that the blade hits that. And then it goes behind it. Okay, now watch what happens to that liner lock as I bring this down. See how it popped in? Watch this. See that? So it acts almost as a little detent. There's another little divot in the blade itself where that kind of little ball pops in there, and it holds this very, very tight. And what I also think it does is when you put pressure here and it pops out of that, it really accelerates it. Now this does have stainless steel bearings in it. Feels much smoother than the cut jack. But again, the cut jack is just a fantastic knife for $43. Can't beat it. Maybe with the $50 version of this you can beat it, but that's arguable. The overall length on this is just over 7.6 inches. The blade length itself is 3.27, and the blade thickness is 0.13. It has the same exact pocket clip that the cut jack had. Give you a little bit better close-up of it there. I kind of wish that it came in black. Not a huge deal, but it does not. It is reversible for left or right side carry, but it is tip up only, which if Jesus were to carry an EDC knife, that's how he would carry it. You should too. Weighs in at less than 3.5 ounces. So that's it, guys. The cut jack, Told you, sometimes it doesn't flip open. The cut jack is officially retired. Now, inevitably, somebody's going to ask in the comments, oh, send it to me. No way. I love this knife, and it will find its way back into rotation, I promise you. This is one, because of the D2 steel, if I knew I had to go do something that was going to be abusive, I gave the example of when I first got this, I had a condo that I was selling, and I was ripping all the carpet out, and I used this to cut through carpet, one of the most abusive things you can probably do to a knife, and handled it like a champ, threw it on the Tormek, put a nice edge back on it, no problems. Not completely sure I would want to do that with the Modus. This thing's just beautiful, and it's a lot more expensive, so the right tool for the right job on a daily basis, cutting open boxes and rope and stuff like that, no problem with this. If I'm gonna get abusive and put it through the ringer, probably pull this cut jack back out, so please don't ask for it in the comments. That's it, guys. Didn't think I would cheat on my cut jack this soon, but steel will forced my hand, and I'm now rocking the Modus. I'll post a link in the description below. Check it out. The M390 version I mentioned is about $175. The D2 version I think is $50 or $53, somewhere around there. This is the 390 version, and totally worth it in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button below. Got lots more videos to come, and we'll see you on the next one.